Hey, Scruffy. So Scruffy just meowed about 5 minutes ago through the window. I don't know if he knew I was there or if he was just decided just to call out because it was approaching dinner time. Actually, a little early, so although I think I'm about the same time as last night. It was early last night too. So we got a surprise rain last night for about 20 minutes. So yeah, the weather's still a little weird. And yeah, it continues to be kind of on the cool side. I see Straw is in front of the shelter. So I think Scruffy was using the shelter again. Since it's colder, it makes sense. But the forecast is still showing a massive temperature increase in the next 2 or 3 days. So it's supposed to get something like 20 degrees or more warmer. Maybe more. Okay. So I'm sneaking a little bit of earth on the glove. So I spilled some excess powder a few weeks ago when I was prepping the glove for Scruffy, which freaked him out, or ultimately freaked him out. I think he saw the dust get kicked up, and he freaked out for a week. So we're still, I think we've mostly repaired the damage now, but he's still a little more defensive than before. Although I started a new lunch training regimen, if you haven't noticed. So I now pet Scruffy briefly at lunch, and that regimen seems to be working. So, yeah. So, took a couple steps back, and then a new step forward. But anyway, yeah, there's still dust, earth on the table, and so I was avoiding it just to not scare Scruffy again. But now that Scruffy's starting to behave a little more normally, I've been dabbing the glove in tiny bits of the spilled powder on the table. So there's usually like one finger that has a little bit of powder on it when I start. And my hope is that eventually I'll get enough earth on Scruffy to do some damage to the fleas. So my understanding is the earth dries out the fleas and then they die. But yeah, when Scruffy looks at the glove like that, I get nervous because I think he's going to freak out again. But at this point, I think the dust is probably off the glove. I didn't put that much on it, so my bigger thinking is I'm not putting enough dust on there to actually do any damage to the fleas. So I'm just wasting my time. But we'll see. So I'm gonna keep doing it since there's plenty of dust on the table. At some point, yeah, the dust will go away, so I'll stop doing it. I don't think I can sneak out another canister of dust without Scruffy noticing and freaking him out. I'm still giving him earth in the food, so there's earth in the food tonight again. Thinking I'm going to probably do at least another week, maybe 2. Not sure yet. Tonight's a fresh can of food, so there's a lot of liquid in the food tonight, so it soaked up the earth pretty good. Scruffy's sniffing the chair again. So I decided to take a recovery day today, so I didn't go out for a bike ride or a run. But my legs needed a rest. Hoping I can do a long run tomorrow. So we'll see how my legs feel. And I think tomorrow is the last day it's going to stay on the cooler side, and then the temperature's going to ramp up. So the first day I think will be okay. I think it's just going to get halfway there. That actually will be a very nice temperature zone. The following days, I'm a little worried about. If it just stops there, it's probably going to be okay. A little bit on the warm side, but it'll be fine. But if it just keeps going, which that's what I'm really worried about, then it's going to get really hot. I don't know. It's a raspy purry sound. So my new battery charger / maintainer arrived today. So they got it here fast. I'm impressed. So as I've been saying, so they said they get it here in 2 days, I think. Yeah. And I didn't really believe it, but they managed it. And what's even more surprising to me is, so I checked the tracking information, and it actually didn't go through the standard distribution hub that I've seen it normally go through. Instead, they sent it from a much further away center, and it looks like they might have just thrown it on the truck right when I ordered it, and then just shipped it out and been driving like nonstop. Because they had to go much further. So I'm surprised it got here on time. I mean, I actually didn't need it that fast. I don't mind, but it was kind of an unexpected bonus since it was free shipping, and I didn't even have to pad up my order to order more stuff. It was we'll just ship it free. Not sure why they're doing that, but I'll take it. And Scruffy has a really messed up knot or mat there with his fur. It looks like he's starting to shed. So I kind of expected him to start shedding after we get our first heat wave. Although, we're getting a little later in the season. Although I think Scruffy tends to shed pretty late, so I think I remember that he tends to shed much later than I thought he would. Last year he didn't shed that well. So normally he sheds in giant clumps, and he's dragging big giant clumps of fur behind him until they completely fall off. And last year it was like that as well, but there were certain clumps of fur I was expecting to shed that never actually shed. So I'm hoping he has a better shedding season this year, because There are parts of his fur that really do need to come off. So I think it's food time here. Okay, let's get your food. Okay. Oops. So I didn't see Scruffy today except at lunch. And I think at lunch, yeah, he actually walked inside, which was kind of a surprise. But I think it might have been because, yeah, he might have been slightly agitated from the short rain that we got last night. Other than that, yeah, it was a pretty, yeah, conventional lunch. And yeah, I snuck Earth on the glove for lunch as well. Yeah, Scruffy. Came right to the door, huh? Oh. Wow. Usually don't come in at lunch. So it's sunny now. We got a surprise rain last night for about maybe 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna get your water. Down. Get the kibble inside on the table. The glove. Scruffy's running away. And we're back. So I have a little bit of earth on the glove. Oops. Thought he saw it. Freaked out. Yeah, just to put a little bit of powder on the, I think it was the middle finger. But I don't think it comes off that easily. Sticks to the glove. That's pretty done. You drink your water. Think you want your food, huh? I bet you for a little longer. So it's gonna go about another minute. I'll shorten it. Okay, let's get your food. Tonight's dinner is a fresh can of mini pate with real ocean whitefish. And so kibble and yeah, a little bit of rotisserie chicken scraps. So I needed to defrost a new bag. Still kind of frozen, but there were a couple pieces in there that were soft enough that I could get them out of the bag and separate them. And then I heated it, so it shouldn't be frozen anymore. And then, of course, the earth. And yeah, there was a lot of liquid in this can. So as I comment every time I open a new can, there seems to be a wide variance of how much liquid there is in the can. Sometimes there's very little, and sometimes there's a lot. Today there was a lot. Although I think the real ocean whitefish tends to have more liquid in the can than the other flavors. Although I think yeah, it still varies quite a bit even with this one. But yeah, so I used it all to absorb the earth, so it's a good balance actually. It's still a little liquidy tonight, but the earth really kind of made it a little less watery. Firm it up a bit. So anyway, yeah, we're looking over the new battery charger I have. It's definitely cheaper than the previous one I had. The previous one I had was actually kind of nice. It had so it could switch between 6 and 12 volts, and it could also switch between 2 amps, 4 amps, and I think it was 6 amps. So I actually never used the 4 and 6 amp settings, but they were there if I ever needed them. And then it had a built-in fan. And so this new one I bought, it only does 2 amps. It auto-selects between 6 volts and 12 volts, and I kind of hope that the auto-selection is correct. But yeah, it has no fan built in, and it's just kind of a solid encased box of plastic, and I can feel it gets warm pretty quickly. Not hot, but warm. I'm hoping that doesn't shorten the lifespan a lot. I'd like to see it last. I think my dad had the previous one for a long time. Not that he used it much. Yeah, I probably used it more these past couple years than he did. So anyway, I'm hoping this one works, and I hope it lasts. But yeah, it was cheaper. I think. Well, I don't know what he paid for it, but of all the models I could buy, this is probably the cheapest. It's under $40. I was reading the comments. Actually, I think if I bought it a year ago, it was maybe $5 to $10 cheaper. That's inflation. So one thing I didn't expect is it comes with both clamps and also little ring hooks that I guess you can unscrew something and then put the loops over it and then screw it back in. So I don't know if those rings are too small for my battery, But it's an interesting idea. I was kind of tempted just to. So I'm thinking about, yeah, just finding a place where I can just slip those things on, keep them there permanently, since they seem to recharge my battery so often. And then online, I saw somebody use those hooks or the loops, and what they did, and it's actually detachable from the charger. So there's the, the the cable itself has a plug, so you can detach it and attach it. And what they did was they just left the thing tied to the battery, and then ran the cable up to the windshield. And so when they need to recharge the battery, they don't even have to open the hood. They just grab the cable from the windshield and plug it into the unit. Kind of clever. Not sure if I'm going to do that, but I'm thinking about it. Scruffy ate pretty fast tonight. No, maybe not that fast. It's about normal time. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.